Cowboys friends, family, and fans of this channel. Whether you're a Cowboys fan or you just like to come in and troll or you just want to see, some good content. It's your boy Fush the King. I'm here, man. It's here. It's here. 2017 post combine mock draft, and I learned so much from this combine. Normally, and just in years past, I haven't been the biggest fan of the combine just because I'm like, well, I trust the tape. What's really gonna change? Well, a lot of that kind of has changed for me, and a lot of it has changed just with this year and just seeing how just some of these players really, for example, Hassan Reddick. Before just this whole draft process with the Senior Bowl and the combine, you're thinking about maybe a fourth round, third round player. He's boosted and elevated his stock to the first round. Obi Melanwafu, UConn safety who tested out the gym today, just jumped out the gym, ran out the gym. He's boosted his stock. He's made himself a bunch of money, literally. So this combine process, it does have an effect on the draft. It does have an effect on, scouts drafts board. On scouts draft boards. I don't care what, anybody says. These players who come and ball out, look at Jabril Peppers. Well, he's going to be locked as a first round player now. He was able to, compete. Then you look at Leonard Fournette, didn't want to do his 3-cone. That's an issue to me. Look at Ezekiel Elliott. They like to compare him and say he's better than Ezekiel Elliott. Ezekiel Elliott went to the draft last year and lit it up. Did every drill, went through everything. So these are certain things that teams look at and say, well, what kind of player am I getting? What kind of player am I getting? What kind of player are we getting, Cowboys fans? It's your boy Fush the King, man. Thank you guys so much for signing in and just really watching these videos and just giving me the feedback, man. Jump in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think. We can argue. We can talk. We can go on ahead and, listen, come with a solution. Come with a plan. That's what I did with this mock draft. I think you guys will like it. But come with a plan. If you want to say, oh, I like this kid, I like that kid, I'll check them out. But don't come in there with some BS. Oh, I just like them. No. Let's talk. I'm not one of these YouTubers or one of these guys who thinks I'm too good to talk back. Nah, that's what I love to do. We all a fan base together. So I support you guys. You guys support me. All right, with that said, enough talk, enough of all that jazz. Let's get straight to it. So with the 28th pick overall, I got wiped out. And no, I didn't get wiped out, guys. I thought I was going to get wiped out defensive end-wise, but we didn't. My guy was there, Derek Barnett, who had a bunch of production at Tennessee. Some people don't really like his measurables. I love him because he has a motor and he can get after the quarterback. So with this draft simulator, because if you just give you an example, the two quarterbacks went 1 and 2. Not 1 and 2, excuse me, 2 and 3. Deshaun Watson and Mitch Trubisky. So you asking yourself, why did that happen? Well, I don't really care why it happens. But if you want a good example, San Francisco needs a quarterback. Point blank period. So if it's not Kirk Cousins, who's it going to be? They can't go into this season selling Blaine Gabbert. It's over for him. He's now a career backup. So they can't sell that to that fan base. So if it's not Kirk Cousins, who is it going to be? Well, when things like that happen, when these quarterbacks get pushed up, good talent gets pushed back. And sometimes players get forgotten about. Derek Barnett got forgotten about by a bunch of other teams. He didn't get forgotten about the Cowboys. At least not when I'm the GM. Pick number 60 and round 2, pick number 28, safety Budda Baker. Excuse me, I gotta turn this Curtis Mayfield back on. Hold on. All right, I'm back. Budda Baker. Extremely good player, extremely talented player. And the thing I like about Budda Baker so much is for a smaller stature guy, he plays so big and just so aggressive. And, take for example, Obi Melanwafu made himself a bunch of money. He probably jumped Budda Baker with this whole draft process. Does that mean he's a better player? No, it does not. Could something like this happen where Budda falls in the second round? It could. Teams may be scared of his size. They may be scared of his durability. He's a smaller player. If that happens, the Cowboys will get a steal because I do want us to get younger in the secondary. And so with this draft, I had a plan. And you'll see this plan later. So my second round pick is Buda Baker, safety Buda Baker. My number, and so in the third round, pick number 92, I went with cornerback from UCLA, Fabian Moreau. I love this pick. I love this player. I think he's extremely smooth. I think his back pedal is extremely smooth. When he went to the East-West Shrine game, he was a beast. He played extremely well. He didn't get invited to the Senior Bowl. Didn't matter because he showed out at the Combine. The tape matches his production at the Combine. Man, I think that this would be a great pick. Fabian Moreau, UCLA corner. Now, this is the pick that I would say would top this. We'll just make this mock draft probably just the mock draft of all mock drafts. If it really happened, I would probably do a backflip if he was really here. In the fourth round, pick number 26, I went with Carlos Henderson. I love this kid. You guys know that. I think that this kid is a he's not quite as good as Odell Beckham, but the skill set is there. Run after the catch, amazing. High point the ball, amazing. For his size, this kid runs away from players. Even in big time games against big schools, he made a lot of plays. I love Carlos Henderson. In the sixth round, because we don't have a fifth round pick, I went with Chris Godwin. The speedster from Penn State had a great combine. I think he could help us. And what we want to do as Cowboys and as Cowboys fans, we want to create competition. We don't know what's going to happen with Terrence Williams. So those two picks, I wanted to target two positions or two areas. I wanted to target receiver and I wanted to target our secondary. I targeted our secondary early in the draft. Those last two picks, I targeted our receiver position. Because I'm not really a fan of Lucky Whitehead. I think he's a good player, but I don't think he'll ever develop as a receiver. And if that's the case, I can get me a Carlos Henderson who can come in and return punts and can do some things for me. Pick number 10 in the seventh round, I went with quarterback Seth Russell, a developmental player. I'm like the Green Bay Packers. I'm like the New England Patriots. I think you should draft a quarterback every year. Keep developing them. If they turn into something, maybe you could use them as trade bait, draft stock. Maybe somebody will give you picks for them. This is a quarterback lacking league. Teams don't develop quarterbacks. Teams suck. So good quarterbacks get drafted to bad teams, and then they ultimately suck. Which will probably happen with these two because they'll never fully get developed in the time that their contract elapsed. So, again, if you got a Seth Russell, maybe you could develop him behind Dak. Maybe he could be something. I watched him at Baylor. He was a good player. And to round up this 7-round mock draft, I went with Calvin Munson. Maybe this guy can be a special teammate. Who knows? You got to take a flyer on sometimes with these linebackers. The San Diego State linebacker, I think that he could maybe be a good player for us. So, that's my draft. Derek Barnett, Buda Baker, Fabian Moreau, UCLA corner, Carlos Henderson, Louisiana Tech, Chris Godwin, Penn State, and Seth Russell, Baylor, and Calvin Munson, San Diego State. I think that this will be a great draft. Like I said, I wanted to target my secondary early. I got my pass rusher too, and I got two receivers who can come in and make a play. Let me know what you guys think. Jump in the comment section. Argue with me. Not even argue, but let's have educated conversation, y'all. Can we do that? Let me know, man. Can we do that? Listen, let's have conversation. Let's talk about this thing. That's what I love about football. It's no right or wrong way to do it. You know, the right way was not to draft Travis Frederick. Remember, Mel Kiper said that was a bad idea. The right way was not to draft Dak Prescott. He's a career backup. These guys don't know. If you have a plan, the Cowboys have a plan. They also have a GM who won't get fired because he owns the team, and his son co-owns the team or is the vice president. We all know Will McClay's behind this thing, but the point of the matter is, you know, the fact of the matter is Jerry Jones will do some things differently, and I think that we should. So with that being said, it's your boy Foots the King. I'm out. Let me know what y'all think. It's late, but I promise y'all this 7-round mock, man. Get these views up. Let's get these subs up, man. Subscribe, like, get the music a chance, man. Let me know what y'all think. Gone.